there was a time when I was younger that I wasn't interested in even going near anything that wasn't heavy, and those were like a valuable couple of years for me. The band was formed, we became a band in the scene, and whatever, those kind of things that were really important for me, and of course I identified with it. But now, however many years onwards, I'm in a different position. My personality now, which sounds a bit stupid, it's like when it comes to how I consume music, is closer to how I was when I was a child. I was listening to everything. And then all of a sudden I discovered metal, and that was amazing. And there's so many different styles of metal, which led me to discovering things about my own music taste. It wasn't as narrow as I thought. I love a lot of music that's not heavy. But it was like a veil. Like, I want to be that death metal guy. And to this day, I still want to be part of that scene to a certain extent. I like that scene, but it's more to life than just... I discovered more. I've always been a big Black Sabbath fan. Always collected Black Sabbath. And in the early 90s, when everybody was buying CDs, and I had no money at all, so I went to the secondhand vinyl shops and picked up vinyl for next to nothing, because nobody wanted vinyl back then. It was glorious, to be honest. And I was looking for bands that looked like Black Sabbath, like the Gatefold Sleeve to Paranoid, where they're standing on a hill in funny clothes. I was looking for bands that kind of looked like that. And I discovered bands like Yes, Van de Graaf Generator, King Crimson, and went like, wow, that's how we found our identity for real. Before that, we were a substandard death metal band. But through progressive rock, we figured like, okay, we can, even if I can't write traditional songs, I didn't feel I could write those types of songs in those days. We can do something else. We can do like these progressive bands who's doing like minor symphonies, but we can add the metal to it, And there was only one contemporary metal band that was doing that then, and that was Dream Theater. So they were very important to me in the early days. But we took it a step further by adding the death metal thing. But that was like the beginning of the end, you could say, of my interest in death metal. Because I discovered a style of music that was so much more than what death metal could ever give me. I still listen to heavy music too, It's not like it's something I'm ashamed of or anything. I love our past records, and I love some of the death metal records that I listened to during those days. But like I said, just kind of moved along and discovered other forms of music. And I think when it comes to Opeth, even our heaviest records are made, with influences not coming from heavy music, which is a lot of people don't understand that. Like we have a record called Still Life. When we recorded that record, all we were listening to in the studio was Stevie Wonder. And not saying it sounds like Stevie Wonder, but it made us go places, if you know what I mean. So for us, it's absolutely essential to consume other forms of music, or as many forms of music as possible, I guess, And it's not going to be in the way for you, even if you want to create heavy music. I think it's going to be it'll be good for you to find your own musical identity.